Good evening. It is September 13th, 2021. I wanted to make a video today because last week I let go of some emotional gravity. I got to a point where I had to let something go. I had to let something go that's been bothering me for over a year, close to a year and a half. That is, my brother, my oldest brother, lives in Chicago. He lives 2,000 miles away from me. And he made comments about how he feels I'm brainwashed. He feels that I've changed since I decided to lose weight and take control of my health and eat better and do DDPY. At first, he was my biggest supporter, but then he became my biggest critic. And the conversations just got less and less. Every time we talked, it ended up in arguments and disagreements until we just had a shouting match on the telephone, and I basically cut him out of my life. So last week he was out here in Vegas visiting, and I refused to go there to see him. I just didn't want to face him, and every time I think back to the conversations we had and the arguments we had, I get pissed off, and I didn't want to see him because I would be too pissed off. I couldn't even look him in the eye because I'd be so pissed off. I've lost all this weight. I've changed my life completely, and it's like I want to show him, oh, look what I did. Look what I did. I finally controlled my weight and my health. I finally did this, I want him to be proud of me or recognize that I did this, like a huge accomplishment. And he doesn't. He just criticizes it. It's like I can't get him to understand. Okay, but last week, after he left, I was driving home from work, and every time I think about it, I get mad. But this one time, driving home, I was like, I have to let this go. I have to move on. And it's like, Matt, well, you can't. You can't put your guard down. You can't. You gotta keep standing up for what you did and what you believe in now, your new way of life. You got to do that. You can't back down to him. You can't let him win. You can't let him win the argument. And then I said, I got to let it go. I said, it's time. And I was like telling him, if I do this, I'm going to feel better. And so last Friday, I basically have his number blocked on my phone, and I have him blocked on Facebook. So I unblocked his phone number. I said, please give me a call when you get a chance. It was in the afternoon. I was at work. So he gave me a call a few minutes later, and we talked. And before I answered that phone, I told myself, just communicate, give him a chance to talk, and then you have a chance to talk, and keep the conversation short. And that's it. And then basically we talked for a few minutes. I got off the phone and instantly felt the emotional gravity melting away. I instantly felt better. It didn't fix what he said. It didn't fix how he feels. It didn't fix anything on his side. But you know what? It ain't about that. It ain't about him. It's about me. I feel better. I did this for me. Like I lost the weight for me. Did it for me. Talking to him, I did it for me. I want to stop carrying this around. I'm tired of carrying it around. I'm tired of getting pissed off about it. So talking to him, I feel so much better since that day. It's never going to be the way it was, but you know something, that's okay, because I'm never going to be the way I was. I've changed physically and mentally, and I'm going to keep growing. And I hope one day he sees what he sees, or reaches out to me, and we have that conversation. But I can't set unrealistic expectations on that. I can't be waiting for that my whole life. But when it happens, I'm going to be there, and I'm going to be there in open arms. But every time I think about what happened with him, the situation we had, now every time I think about it, I feel better. Just to know I feel better. I did this for myself. I just feel so, I didn't expect to feel that way. I didn't expect to, even though we didn't patch things up completely, but I feel better on my end. And so anyone, that comes in anything in life, like you're like holding that grudge, or you're holding that against somebody, or doing, let it go. I mean, just communicate with that person, and then move on for yourself. It's so important. I can tell you that right now, and you will feel better. Put your guard down for a second and just open your eyes, and you'll see what will happen, and you'll be amazed. I guarantee you'll feel better, because I know I do. So just wanted to share this with everybody, and how DDPY is more than that number on the scale. It's more than a body measurement, or it's more than that progress pic. It's mental, your mental state. And I've grown so much since starting this program, because 2 years ago I would have never apologized. My pride would have been in the way too much. I would, but no longer. I know I'm learning how to push things aside and move on and grow. So thanks for watching, and have a great night.